where other people were doing happy hours with wine and cheese, you guys were doing death metal Fridays in the garage. So
That's true. But we also had a whiskey or a beer when we were done.
okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Belgian Jasper. If this is your first time in the channel, hit subscribe right now.
Morten of Asinhell, thank you so much for your time today. We have lots to talk about, so let's get into it. But maybe first things first, I know that all of Denmark is a football country, so does that mean that you're also getting nervous already for the game against Kazakhstan on Saturday, which is a big game for the qualifiers, or do you not care about football at all?
I'm sorry to break the news. I did not know that we were playing at all. I used to play football or soccer, as someone would like to call it, when I was a child. But no, I don't have time for that. Of course, I watch the like if there's a European championship or something, or worldwide, where Denmark is doing great, and I also love the Danish team. But I simply don't care so much about it. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Let's focus on what's really important then right now. Impii Hora, the Hour of the Wicked. That hour continues to roll on. The album is out for about 2 weeks as we're talking. Yet, even we're after the release already, but they keep flooding you guys with interview requests. There's clearly a lot of buzz and reaction around this album. So, you come across very calm and relaxed. Would you be as calm and relaxed if I talked to you days before the release? Were you more nervous then and a little bit more a weight is off my shoulders, or are you always just a very chill, laid back kind of guy?
Always very chill, laid back. The album did better than I thought. The reviews so far are better than I thought. Maybe some of the really pro death metal guys that I thought showed some respect, and I mean, all in all, it did better than I thought it would. I have to say. Of course, I knew with Michael on board and Marc, and also the help from Jacob and Fleming. I knew that this can't be really bad,
Right.
And I also felt good about the songs, but all in all, it did pretty well, I think.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned and the people involved, let's get one elephant in the room out of the way. Everybody that's part of this project has a wonderful resume. But when you start this adventure, and when Death Metal Fridays became an actual album recording, up front that this is going to be looked at by so many people out there as, oh, the guy from Volbeat has also a death metal band. That's just something that you're not going to be, get around. There's pros and cons to having somebody like Michael, be part of this project. What was that like for you? Was that something that you had to think about as you were starting this project, that this is going to be labeled as Michael's death metal side project for a lot of people?
Yeah, I mean, it was his idea. He brought me on board, and he told me that he already had a Marc that he. And I was like, well, I knew that 80% of interviews, talks would be about him. And yeah, that's, I don't know. What can I say? That's obvious, he's in Volbeat, and they're fucking big, Yeah, apart from that, I didn't really think so much about it.
everybody, not just Michael, that is involved has not only a resume, but is also working on multiple projects or with multiple bands. So what's the plan that was made then for something like Asinhell? I mean, you mentioned it, the reviews were better than you were expecting. You're getting a lot of respect and a lot of praise. I know Michael has already said in other interviews that, next year when we will be playing shows. So that's not going to be easy to balance out everybody's calendar. So what can we expect for 2024?
Actually, the funny thing was when he called me to tell me if I want to play the drums. I mean, I'm actually a boss at work. I have 100 staff members and stuff like that, and 2 properties and a lot of other crap I'm involved in, and children.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, "Yeah, do you want to play the drums?" I said, "Yeah, sure, as long as we're not gonna play live." But then, as stuff got more serious, and I actually heard that his riffs were really good, and the main base of everything, I was like, I was the one saying, thinking we have to do some shows. This is so good. I mean, we have to play live, and I was like telling him that I'm 100% ready.
Okay.
I want to do this, so I can't reveal what's gonna happen next year, but I can say that we got a lot of good options for shows. We have so much fun doing this, and like Michael said, that it has to be fun before it can get good.
Right.
He's right about that. We had a lot of fun writing the album, very down to earth. Michael came with some good riffs. It was easy for me to lay the drums on it, and we're like thinking a lot the same, you know, with the arrangements and stuff like that. So yeah, we could. He would send me some ideas he recorded on his iPhone. And at a busy day, I was driving somewhere. I was trying to track, and I have this idea for drums. And sometimes he said, "Yeah, okay, no, this was not my idea." And together we came up with something that was, I would say, better.
Yeah. Okay.
But we wrote the whole album pretty fast.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like Michael shared previously that he would just come over to your garage, and that Fridays became where other people were doing happy hours with wine and cheese. You guys were doing death metal Fridays in the garage. So
that's true. But we also had a whiskey or a beer when we were done.
Okay. No wine and cheese, but death metal and whiskey. Good.
Yeah.
That sounds like a crossover Asinhell Volbeat album name title. Death metal and whiskey. Awesome. You know, when we see bands like this come together with people that are from established bands, some very established bands, and there's a fun album come out, and there's some shows that are being worked on. Still, unfortunately, in so many ways, or so many examples, that then is where that project stops, because the calendars are too busy from everybody involved, and writing an album can take a long time. You just said that you guys had so much fun writing, that it went very fast, and that it sounds like both of you were able to quickly, work off of each other. Does that mean that A, there are still unfinished ideas from the writing, and B, that just being on tour together might spark enough ideas for album number 2, 3, and 4?
I mean, first question, I would think that was kind of like 2 questions. There are no unfinished ideas.
Okay.
But last time I met with Michael, he had some new ideas because we practiced the songs, because we're gonna play them live. Since it's our only album, we will have to play all the songs and maybe some cover songs. I don't know, but we also talked about let's write some new stuff. Michael, when he's in that mood with death metal stuff. He's pretty fast at coming up with stuff, you know. If we go on in a bus or something where we took, he's definitely gonna come up with stuff, and we're pretty productive, busy day. I don't want to just hang around and wait.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that whatever we do, we will write some new stuff.
Yeah. And when you say that you might on tour, you're gonna play the full album, and that you might play a cover song or two, should we all just start discussing online which Entombed song that exactly will be, or will Bolt Thrower be the one after all?
That was a pretty good guess, but we have a few other songs in mind, but I cannot really reveal.
Of course. Of course. When I have a chance to talk to you, it's obviously exciting that Asinhell is launched, and that we will see more come to us next year. But you've already mentioned Raunchy a few times. You've mentioned Blood Eagle. It's been a while since we've seen new material from either band. Mm-hmm. Are there any updates you can share with us? What's going on?
Yeah. Blood Eagle is game over. I told them years ago that I was going to quit the band. I think it's game over because they gave up on finding another drummer or whatever.
Right.
Raunchy has a new album recorded. It took forever because of family, kids, and work and that. But the whole album is done. It has to get mixed and mastered, and I hope that it's gonna get released in 2024.
Okay.
I mean, it would. This is how I see it, and I don't think we're gonna be touring much or anything, but the new album will be even more progressive than the last one, and it's still with Mike Zemeski and the rest of us.
Well, Morten, I want to thank you for your time to answer some of my questions, and sharing that you like this music so much that even 100 employees and 2 kids will have to wait so that you can go and tour and share this music with all of us on a stage. And I obviously hope that those announcements will include some North American dates. If not, we'll have to come to Europe and see you there. Thank you so much for your time today. I really do appreciate it. And even if you're not even going to watch, let's just hope that Denmark beats Kazakhstan on Saturday and that you guys are just a little bit closer to qualifying for the European Cup.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm sorry I'm not a big football fan, but it was nice talking to you, and thank you so much for the interview. And we will be out there playing live next year.
You are awesome for watching this video. Click right here to see more content like it and subscribe to the channel.